Hi, Tyler. My name is Sean Everett. I am the website analysis expert at Zucker Marketing. Thanks for talking with Eric, and nice to internet meet you. He promised you a website analysis, and here is that analysis. Now, the only purpose to have a website anymore is that it is a tool that will bring you customers, will bring you money. It's not a status symbol any longer. It's not a novelty any longer. It should be a working part of your business. And right now I can tell you that, aesthetics aside, it should all fit on one page. People should not have to scroll left and right and up and down. So you need to call your website designer and have him fit it all on the page. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is a tool that I use to analyze the websites, and I'm going to come back to all of this in a moment. Because this is the thing that jumped at me most when I was looking at the tool to analyze your website. And there are some things that are lacking in your website that make it less a tool of your business. And this is a Google web search of Norfolk, Virginia roofers. I'm going to explain a little bit how Google works. And because it has an algorithm that can be manipulated. I mean, we know what the algorithm is. We know what it's looking for. So you can do things to make yourself more relevant to a Google search result. At the top of the result are paid people. They've paid to be on the search. And a lot of people say, oh, well, why would you need to pay to be at the top of, a search that has all the best people at the top? They don't know how Google works. They think that ones at the top are the best. No, they're the ones that either paid or have the algorithm more satisfied. Under the paid ones are what we call the map pack, and obviously they're there because they're attached to a map. Now, the way that they got here is they went to Google and filled out a Google business profile. And the Google business profile is going to ask you all sorts of questions, like what year did you start, what your hours are every day. This is a Google review probably. There's going to be some tick boxes too that will show you like on-site services, online estimates. And you want to make sure that you fill that Google business profile out as much as you can. Every blank space needs to be filled in. If you're not sure, put something that you think is right in there. Google will get back to you if they don't think that that's the right answer. But that's one way of getting you closer to the top of a Google search. Now, I don't see you by scrolling down this far, say. And that's about as far as most people go. When they go down to the related searches, they go, oh, well, my search is over. So what you want to do is get to this area here, which is the organic search results. Now, this is not a random thing. It's determined by that algorithm I was telling you about. And the first thing that I'm going to tell you is that Google likes content. I'm going to go back to your site, and I'm going to do a select all, copy, and I'm going to paste your site into a word counter. You have 524 words. Now, on this search, the number one, if you were a Google competitor of yours, not Infinity Roofing because they are in multiple states. Let's go to Stevens Roofing. They're a Norfolk roofer company since 1946, as you can see. So they're your number one competitor here. You want to be higher in the search results than they are. You want to be higher than these folks, for that matter. It'll be at the top if you can. So I'm going to go to their website. I'm going to do the same, select all, cut, and I'm going to paste their stuff into a word counter. And you're going to see they have 1,333 words. You have 524. Now, in terms of computers, who wins? It's a numbers game. The person with 1,300 words wins over the guy that has 524 words. That's just the fact of the algorithm. Now, what Google really wants is 1,500 words. So even these folks have not reached that threshold yet. You can do that, and you can do it, but you don't have to write a whole bunch of script or paragraphs about it, or put a whole bunch of stuff on your homepage that isn't relevant to you, because words do matter. The words are important. And I'm going to talk about that when I show you the tools, but keywords and key phrases are what you want to have on your website. For instance, if you had a bakery, your website would contain words about donuts and bagels and bread. You're a roofer, so your website, well, and you do a bunch of other things too, obviously, but you want something about gutters. You want something about Norfolk. Let me show you. Here is your website on this tool that I use. Now, this point 9 is the strength of your website. I'm going to put it on that little I there. The strength of your target's backlink profile compared with other websites in our database. What that means is that the backlinks profile, and we'll talk about backlinks in a minute, is greater than your competitors. That's all that means. The next thing to look at are the keywords and the amount of traffic you have. We'll talk about all of those things. Here is your competitor. You have 0.9 as your strength. They have 9. This is out of 100. So, not that far off. But here we go. Backlinks. You have 91. They have 273. Keywords. They have 1,300. And you have 983. So they win in all of these categories. And the important one they win in is this, the traffic. We'll come back to that. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is your organic search words and search phrases. These are keywords. Now, these are what those words, when I said words are important, this is what they are. Full roof replacement. What is included in roof replacement? Historic roofing materials. People type in a variety of things to find the roofers. And what you want to do is have as many of these key phrases listed exactly as they are here somewhere in your website. And you can hide them in your website. And I mean, not hide them like you're ashamed of them, but they can be part of your website and not necessarily be part of the words that you have there. Let's see, what else do we have? Roofing company, roofing companies. And see, this one just changes the order of the words. Somebody typed in Norfolk Roofing Company. This one, they typed in Roofing Company Norfolk. So, it's just a question of having these phrases in that order on your website. And here's one way that you can hide them in your website. I'm going to go to your website again. Now, this picture here, I'm going to try to, let's see here. I'll open the image in a new tab, and you'll see the name of this image is 534074 DF1, and this is probably your website designers where they store this information. But this photo does not have to be called that. It can be called something else. It could be called Norfolk's best roofer, and that way that would get that phrase into the Google search results. Another way to hide things in there is that you can have cities around you that you service. I'm sure that you do Portsmouth. I'm sure there's other cities around you that you do, but also neighborhoods. Compostela Heights. You could have Compostela Heights best roofer. If you have that in your website, anybody who lives in this area and is really proud of their neighborhood, if they type that into a Google web search, your site is going to come up first. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is backlinks. Here's their backlinks, your biggest competitor. For some reason, they're listed in Wikipedia, and I don't know why, but it's a really strong website. So if you can get your company in Wikipedia, God bless you, and let me know how you did it. But this company managed to do it somehow. Steve's did. But here's the ones that you can get on more easily. Home Advisor, MapQuest, Crunchbase. Now, all of these sites are rated by the strength. Like I told you before, this is 91. You go down to 90, 88. And as we go down here, you'll see Yellow Pages. Expertise.com is usually a good roofing website for folks. Anyway, you can see that it goes down and down in terms of strength of website. If I were to click on this, there would be zeros on that page. You want anything that is listed, say 40, rated 40 and above. And you can go to these websites yourself and just put yourself on them. Usually like Yellow Pages or Home Advisor. It's as simple as filling out a thing like the business Google business profile. They're just going to ask you a bunch of questions, and then you're going to be in their website. and then it will have a link back to you. Now, Google thinks the more people that are talking about you means the better you are. So with these backlinks, these links from other sites to yours is sort of like the equivalent of people talking about you. Now, obviously, I'm not going to go to Wikipedia to find my roofer, but in terms of the Google algorithm, they think that somebody that is on this website that's being talked about is more important than somebody who is not on that website. So I'm going to show you next the most important thing, and that is the traffic. They have 843 clicks to their website, to your 131. Now, you want to beat them in this metric. You want to have more traffic than they do, because traffic means clicks. The number of clicks a site gets, then the people go onto it. Now, that relates to somebody looking for a roofer. If you have 843, what are the odds that it's going to be more people actually calling up for an estimate than 131? Obviously, it's going to be more. So the more traffic, the more money comes into your pocket, because you have more people calling and getting a reference to you. Now, this is an analysis of your website that will hopefully get you more money. Unfortunately, Google is the gorilla in the room, so we do have to kind of kowtow to what Google's algorithm wants. And I hope that giving you these tips is something that can help you get your website working for you and making more money for you. I will also tell you that all the things I talked about you doing are simple but time consuming. They take days and days to get all this stuff filled out and done. And that's where I'm hoping that you might call Eric, because Eric is the guy who, taught me about all this stuff. He can get your website higher up in the Google web search and get you more business, because that's really the point of it. Aesthetics aside, get to the top of a Google web search. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.